500 years ago, 108 spirits were bound by a mysterious spell into a fissure in an odd keystone. Nobody knows for sure who did it, but it is said that it was a punishment for their misdeeds in life. Whatever it meant, sealed away in their tomb for half a millennium, they became the Spiritomb.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dex where we cover trivia and strategy for a different Pokemon each week. I'm PokeKellz.
And I'm Owner Alex. It's finally gonna be Halloween this week, and for the finale of our spookiest month ever, we wanted to do an episode where scary stories abound.
This week's Pokemon has always been kind of unsettling, but past the awful ghost stories and ancient myths, I bet you'll actually learn something pretty surprising today. It's the Spiritomb!
Wait, the Spiritomb?
Oh yes.
We gonna learn about why in today's episode?
Eventually.
Nice shirt.
Hey, I was gonna say the same thing about you! Part of the reason why Spiritomb seems so mysterious is probably because it was so tough to get it in Diamond and Pearl. You had to talk to 32 other real players in the underground minigame before it would appear in the Hallowed Tower. That's just like hard as real magic or something. Dark magic. Ugh.
But that's hardly the worst thing about him. Remember that spooky story we just told at the beginning? Look at his crazy eyes and that demonic smiling vortex that seems to be accidentally escaping from its rock prison. What's the deal with that?
And what about this weird obsession with the number 108? Not only are there 108 spirits in a keystone, it's also its Synodex number, its weight in kilograms, and its base defense and special defense stats. I feel like Jim Carrey in the number 23.
Well, that sure is a lot of numbers.
Enough to make you go, whoa?
I guess?
Great! Hey, remember that time we did an episode about a desk? This is the same segment from that. Get ready for some whoa numbers!
What? Really? That segment was so ugly.
Yeah, but it's perfect. Just play along.
Okay. So there's 108 spirits bound inside of Spiritomb's odd keystone, and we know from the Pokedex they were put in there for their misdeeds, but what were those misdeeds exactly? Do I have to?
Yes.
Whoa, numbers!
Yeah, see, in Buddhism, the 108 temptations are the faults within us humans that we have to overcome to achieve enlightenment. Cruelty, disrespect, intolerance, violence, you name it. There's 108 of them. That's like 7 deadly sins times 15. Whoa, numbers!
So literally then, that makes Spiritomb the putrid and base defilement of humanity concentrated out of pure whatever it is that makes some people do evil. That is crazy. Whoa, numbers.
But that's not all. Spiritomb also seems to draw inspiration from a classic Chinese novel from 1589 called Water Margin and the 108 Stars of Destiny. Whoa, numbers!
A foolish army marshal orders the removal of an odd stone monument that monks have been guarding for hundreds of years, which accidentally releases the 108 demonic overlords who were trapped inside. Whoa, numbers!
Luckily though, the spirits had been imprisoned for so long that they were able to atone for their misdeeds and become the 108 Stars of Destiny. Wow, numbers.
Eventually, they're reincarnated as outlaws and they become the heroes of the story, with names like Protector of Righteousness, Prodigal Wanderer, and Lord of the Beautiful Beard. I know, it's real. Low numbers.
And so maybe Spiritomb isn't evil and he's actually just on his way to become a noble anti-hero outlaw to save the day in the future. How awesome of a mega evolution would that be? What a twist! Beat that, Shyamalan, and please stop making Last Airbender movies.
You carrying some baggage about 2010's The Last Airbender?
Yes, but you don't watch the show, so you don't get it.
I thought the movie was fine.
Oh.
Okay, just kidding. But hey, I know just the thing for you to channel that misplaced aggression.
Gen 6 battle strategy?
You know it, partner.
Hell yeah. Pokemon!
Up until Gen 6, Dark Ghost Spiritomb had no weaknesses, and with his insane 108 base defenses, Fairy doesn't have him too worried either. Start with a bold one, and super train it in HP and defense.
Spiritomb's Bolt gives you plenty of breathing room to set up a calm mind or two to boost that special attack and defense, so stay focused on that for the first few turns as your opponent decides what to do with you.
If that answer is switch in with a physical sweeper, counter it with a will-o-wisp, and then rest just when your opponent thinks you're in danger. Textbook mind games.
And then when you've got them where you want them, nail them with a stab Dark Pulse. It is devastating, and thanks to the ability Infiltrator, Spiritomb can even Dark Pulse through substitutes. He's actually really tight.
But of course, that's not the only way to train a Spiritomb, so as always, here are a few random thoughts.
A physical attacking Spiritomb can also work with Sucker Punch, Taunt, and Foul Play, but Spiritomb fits much better into the Calm Mind role, so choose that carefully.
If your opponent catches on to your Dark Pulse trick, swap it for Psychic and watch their brains melt. Combos really well with Will-O-Wisp too, because of Pokemon like Heracross who might switch in to get burned. Because guts makes them stronger.
And finally, if Will-O-Wisp isn't your jam, using Sleep Talk on the Calm Rest set is great because it makes you threatening more quickly. It is so frustrating, and I love it.
And that's it! Spiritomb, the last Pokemon in our spooky month of spookiness. Happy Halloween, everybody.
And speaking of, or should I say, spooking of Halloween, if you want to dress up like a cool hip Dex fan this year, click the link in the description below to go to yeti.com/thedex to buy the cool new shirts we're wearing right now.
Yeah, man! Each one's based off real trivia for the Pokemon on the shirt, and there's even a bundle where you can get both, plus an exclusive The Dex trading card sticker, and save a few bucks on the way.
Click here to play all the rest of the spooky episodes we put out this month, or here to see our April Fool's episode, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm PokeKellz.
And I'm Owner Alex. Tune in next week for another seedy episode of The Dex. Nice shirt.
Hey, I was gonna say the same thing about you.
Where did I get this? Where did we get these?
That's actually the showing off your home and home designer.
Animal hockey?
Animal hockey.
Animal hockey home
Animal
design.
hockey. Happy home. Hell yeah. Pokemon.
Check out these t-shirts. Animal hockey. What are we doing? Da-na-na-na. Da-na-na.